Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, this is the first podcast of 2025. And I want to talk about something that I believe a lot of people find helpful, especially if you've been trying to lose weight already, especially if you've been trying to lose that big old ass stomach, right? Listen, it's okay. I'm super proud of you for trying, and it's thousands of people out here. It's tens of thousands of people that's trying to lose weight, but they still have a hard time dropping it, and some people, they have a hard time dropping it and keeping it off. And so I'm about to give y'all some game on some most common mistakes that I see a lot of people making that hold them back. After me doing this for 15 years now, man, it's been a long journey. It's been an exciting journey. Some bumps in the road along the way, but I want to help you get out of your rut if you know you've been trying to lose that weight and it's just not coming off the way you want it to. All right. So number one, you can't just eat healthy and expect the weight come off. It just doesn't work that way, y'all. It sounds logical. If I just eat healthy, the weight will come off. And there's some truth to it. Like if you notice that you real heavy, let's say you 300 plus pounds, or maybe even 400 plus pounds, and you like, man, I need to stop drinking all these damn sweet teas. Coach J keep on saying that big ass stomach behavior. I need to stop drinking all these Simply Lemonades. Coach J keep on saying that big old ass stomach behavior. But you keep doing it. If you where you are with your weight, if you just start making healthier decisions with the foods that you're eating, it's possible you will drop weight. It's possible you will. And even some people who not as heavy, let's say you like 250, you 5'8", 250, and you just start making healthier decisions with the foods that you're eating, the main thing's gonna happen, you're gonna start feeling better. You're gonna start having more energy. And you might drop a little bit of weight, but then you're gonna notice that the scale not gonna go down. You be like, damn, man, I feel like I'm doing the same things that I've been doing that got the weight off in the first place, but why the weight ain't continue to go down? The reason why is because eating healthy doesn't mean fat loss. Eating healthy doesn't mean weight loss. You're just starting to be more mindful and intentional with eating better. That's all that means. And sometimes just eating better, you will see a little bit of weight loss, but if you want to get all that weight off, you're going to have to start understanding how much you're eating. And what I mean by that is you hear trainers say it all the time. Calorie deficit. What's it? Calorie deficit. You ain't losing calorie deficit. Guys, listen. You just have to eat less than what's required for you to maintain your current weight. That's it. That's it. So you see me say this all the time in my content. If your ass ain't tracking, you slacking. Right? You hear me say it all the time. Your ass ain't tracking, you slacking. It's a reason I always harp on that. Because a lot of times people reach out to me and be like, man, the weight was coming off, but it ain't dropping no more. Well, how much calories you eat? How much protein you eat on a daily basis? Shit, I had chicken salad yesterday, and I had a protein shake for breakfast, but how much did you eat? How much protein and how much calories are you eating? You telling me what you're eating, but not how much. And that's what causes people to not be able to drop weight because you don't know how much you're actually consuming. All right? Guys, believe it or not, you don't have to eat healthy all the time to drop weight. You can still enjoy yourself and eat a burger, eat pizza, eat pancake. You can still eat these things, believe this or not, and lose weight if you're aware of how much you need to eat to drop weight. Do I recommend you eat that type of stuff all the time? Hell no. Because your ass go end up having type 2 diabetes. You will be out here, go man, they say I went to the doctor, he said I gotta get my toe cut off because I had this type 2 diabetes a little too long. Now I'm telling you, I done had people slide in my inbox telling me this kind of shit. And so that's why I'm telling y'all this. There's consequences to your lack of action, your lack of wanting to make decisions, your lack of motivation. And so you just got to be aware of how much you need to eat to start dropping the weight, but still be mindful that way you got good health, okay? That's the first thing. That's how you get yourself to start seeing the weight coming off a little bit more consistently. Because sometimes we see it coming out, but then it be fluctuating. You're like, damn, why does it fluctuate? Because you don't know how much you actually consume on a daily basis. All right, that's number one. Number two, you're not being consistent with the right things. I say it again, because some of y'all be consistent, but you're not being consistent with the right things. Let me give you an example. I always go back to this story. If y'all been listening to me for a minute, when I used to do in-person training, I trained this guy named Peter. He stayed in a big old high-rise condominium. I trained this guy for about 8 years. And first couple of years of me training him, whenever we would walk into the gym, it would always be this guy that would be on the elliptical machine hauling ass. He'd be sweating, dripping, sweat all over the machine, puddle of sweat around the machine. And he would do this consistently, day in and day out. Every time me and Peter hit the gym, this dude would be in there. And after a couple of months, Peter would be like, man, why he ain't losing that stomach? Why he not losing no weight, Jay? Like, what's happening? Because he in here, he consistent, but the weight ain't coming off. I'm like, Peter, look, it's people out here, they're being consistent, which is admirable, but if you're not consistently doing the right things to get the results, it ain't gonna happen. That's why I always tell people, doing your best don't mean you go get the results you want. You have to do what's required to get the results, not doing your best. I'm doing my best, man. I'm eating healthy. I'm working out. Well, are you doing what's required to drop the weight? Meaning, do you know how much you eating? Are you tracking your meals? Are you measuring out your food before you eat it? How often are you eating healthy versus how often you eat junk food? How often you're drinking alcohol? You're being consistent, but you're not being consistent with the right things. That's what's important. You have to be consistent with not just eating healthy, but how much you eating. You have to be consistent with going to the gym, but do you have a plan when you go to the gym? Or are you just winging that shit? Okay, if you're just winging it, you could go to the gym for years and not see no progress. Years, just like the guy I was just talking to y'all about. You have to be consistently doing the right things to improve. Otherwise, I call it an empty victory. You feel good in that moment because you did that workout. You ate that healthy meal. But ain't no results gonna come from it, except you just feel good because you got it done. But me, I want to feel good knowing that I'm actually moving closer to the results I want to have. Not just I done checked off a box. Hell no. I want to get results for the time and effort that I'm putting in. And so you got to make that shit count. Meaning I got to do the nutrition, but I got to do it the right way. The way that's required to get results. Not just say I'm eating healthy, so that should be good enough. No, it's not. You have to do more than that. I'm working out 3-4 days a week. That should be good enough. No. Do you have a plan when you go? Or are you just, I'm doing bicep curls, did I do a little bit of bench press, did I go on YouTube and see what ab workout routine I can do, and then I'll be up out of there? No. You got to have a plan, man. And it has to be tailored to you. So that's the second reason that the weight ain't going down. And you got to fix that by having structure. You got to have a plan. You got to focus on the things that are going to get you the results. All right? Cool. Last thing. What got you here won't get you where you want to go. What got you here won't get you to where you want to go. And what I mean by that is this. There's a lot of people who reach out to me. You drop 10 pounds, 20. I've had people drop 50 to 100 pounds before they actually reach out to me. And when they reach out, they're like, man, I dropped this weight, but now it ain't going down no more. I'm like, well, what were you doing to get the weight off? Well, shoot, man, I'm still doing the same thing. I ain't changed nothing up. It's just not going down no more. I'm still going to the gym 3-4 days a week. I'm still going to the gym 5 days a week, whatever they say. I'm still eating healthy, but it's just not coming off anymore. Maybe I need to switch up my workout routine or something. Maybe I need to shock my body. No, it's not how it works. You have to start making adjustments for the next goal that you want to hit. If you didn't drop 50 pounds with the nutrition plan that you had, it's time to make some type of adjustments because you can't keep eating the same amount of food that helped you drop 50 and you expect to drop another 50 or another 35, especially if you don't hit a plateau. It's time to start making some changes to not necessarily what you're eating, but how much you're eating. What about the gym? What do I need to do in the gym? Well, How much weight you been lifting over these past couple of months? Have you been lifting the same amount of weight? Your ass still lifting that little bit ass 135 pounds on bench press. Well, when you go start increasing the weight to challenge yourself, you go keep lifting that same weight and you stand in your comfort zone. Guys, when we're in our comfort zone, that's like stagnation. That's what we call it, stagnation. All right? That's when you find yourself in a plateau because you're not challenging yourself anymore. You'll notice whenever you challenge yourself, it's really uncomfortable, but that's when you notice the most amount of growth in your life. Because let's just say when I was in college, Georgia State, your ass is not gonna graduate from Georgia State unless you study. You gotta study. That's the only way you go get through it. And throughout high school, I didn't have to study too much. It was kind of easy. And got to college, I put myself through a great deal of pressure and stress studying for these tests. And as I would study for these tests, I would get better grades. But my GPA started to drop because I wasn't studying early on. But when I started studying, putting a little bit more pressure and stress on myself to understand the material when I was in college, that's how I started getting better grades. That's how your boy graduated from Georgia State University. You see what I'm saying? You got to do the same thing. You know, what got you to one place is not going to get you to the next. If I would have kept them same habits that I had when I was in high school, or studying sometimes, just doing the homework, and I was good, you know what I'm saying? If I would have took that shit into going to Georgia State and kept that same way of doing things, man, I would have flunked out, which I almost did until I started studying, putting pressure on myself. And so, same thing in any other area of your life, man, especially in fitness. You have to continue to challenge yourself to be able to level up. And so what got you 30 pounds down, 50 pounds down, you got to reflect. What have I done? Where can I improve? Can I start lifting heavier weights? Can I go a little bit faster on the treadmill or whatever type of cardio I'm doing? Can I add on an extra 5 or 10 minutes to my cardio routines? Can I drop my calorie intake to a certain amount to where, you know, I'm still dropping weight, but I'm not starving while I'm dropping the weight? Can I start tracking my protein and my macros instead of just looking at my overall calories? It's a lot of different areas you can focus on improving to start seeing improvement when you step on the scale and with the way your body look. Let's just be real, like, you know, ain't a whole lot of people walking around, how much you weigh? No, they looking at your ass and they looking at how you look. You're like, damn, you look good. Man, them clothes look good on you, man. You make that outfit look good. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important that you're not just looking at the numbers on the scale, but also how is your body transforming? We call it body recomposition, all right? Recomposition. Like I've had coaching clients, they drop 10, 15 pounds, but their body look completely different, shredded. I had this one client named Dennis. He was already working out in the gym, but I showed him how to eat properly, helping him create a better relationship with food, you know, helping him understand how to have more structure when he was in the gym. Dude went from having I call it a get money gut. It wasn't no big old ass number. He had a get money gut. You couldn't see his abs at all. And within like 3 to 4 months, something like that, dude had shredded abs. Shredded. That's what happens when you start doing what's required and not just doing the things you think are gonna get you the result. Just doing your best. You gotta do what's required, man. And that's how you start getting real results. All right. But anyway, hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Leave your boy a 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.